Hello, my lovely YouTube friends. I hope all of you are well and good and doing something amazing in your lives. In today's video of the slideshow, I'm going to discuss about the inspirational quote said by Stephen Hawking. So without any delay, let's start this episode. Stephen William Hawking was born on 8 January 1942, who was an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, and author who was Director of Research at the Centre for Theoretical Cosmology at the University of Cambridge at the time of his death. Hawking achieved commercial success with several works of popular science in which he discusses his own theories and cosmology in general. His book, A Brief History of Time, appeared on the British Sunday Times bestseller list for a record-breaking 237 weeks. Hawking was a Fellow of the Royal Society, a lifetime member of the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian award in the United States. In 2002, Hawking was ranked number 25 in the BBC poll of the 100 Greatest Britons. His scientific work included a collaboration with Roger Penrose on gravitational singularity theorems in the framework of general relativity and the theoretical prediction that black holes emit radiation, often called Hawking radiation. Hawking was the first to set out a theory of cosmology explained by a union of general theory of relativity and quantum mechanics. He was a vigorous supporter of many worlds' interpretation of quantum mechanics. Hawking had a rare early onset slow progressing form of motor neuron disease, also known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, that gradually paralyzed him over the decades. Even after the loss of his speech, he was still able to communicate through a speech-generating device, initially through use of a handheld switch and eventually by using a single cheek muscle. He died on 14th March 2018 at the age of 76. Now, here are some of the best inspirational quotes by Stephen Hawking. Quote number 1. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Quote number 2. Look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. Quote number 3. People wouldn't have time for you if you are always angry or complaining. Quote number 4. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. Quote number 5. While physics and mathematics may tell us how the universe began, they are not much use in predicting human behavior because there are far too many equations to solve. Quote number 6. We are all now connected by the internet, like neurons in a giant brain. Quote number 7. I believe alien life is quite common in the universe, although intelligent life is less so. Some say it has yet to appear on planet Earth. Quote number 8. Life would be tragic if it weren't funny. Quote number 9. Science is not only a disciple of reason, but also one of romance and passion. Quote number 10. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Quote number 11. Scientists have become the bearers of torch of discovery in our quest for knowledge. Quote number 12. There is no unique picture of reality. Quote number 13. Time travel used to be thought of as just science fiction, but Einstein's general theory of relativity allows for the possibility that we could warp space-time so much that you could go off in a rocket and return before you set out. Quote number 14. In my school, the brightest boys did math and physics, the less bright did physics and chemistry, and the least bright did biology. I wanted to do math and physics, but my father made me do chemistry because he thought there would be no jobs for mathematicians. Quote number 15. Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. Quote number 16. No one undertakes research in physics with the intention of winning a prize. It is the joy of discovering something no one knew before. Quote number 17. We are in danger of destroying ourselves by our greed and stupidity. We cannot remain looking inward at ourselves on a small and increasingly populated and overcrowded planet. Quote number 18. I was not a good student. I did not spend much time at college. I was too busy enjoying myself. Quote number 19. My advice to other disabled people would be, concentrate on things your disability doesn't prevent you doing well, and don't regret the things it interferes with. Don't be disabled in spirit as well as physically. Quote number 20. I'm just a child who has never grown up. I still keep asking these how and why questions. Occasionally, I find an answer. Quote number 21. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star, but we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special. Quote number 22. I would like nuclear fission to become a practical power source. It would provide an inexhaustible supply of energy without pollution or global warming. Quote number 23. I regard the brain as a computer which will stop working when its components fail. There is no heaven or afterlife for broken down computers. That is a fairy story for people afraid of the dark. Quote number 24. If I had to choose a superhero to be, I would pick Superman. He is everything that I am not. Quote number 25. Success in creating AI would be the biggest event in human history. Unfortunately, it might also be the last, unless we learn how to avoid the risks. Quote number 26. I have so much that I wanted to do. I hate wasting time. Quote number 27. When one's expectations are reduced to zero, one really appreciates everything one does have. Quote number 28. People who boast about their IQ are losers. Quote number 29. I don't want to write an autobiography because I would become public property with no privacy left. Quote number 30. If aliens visit us, the outcome would be much as when Columbus landed in America, which didn't turn out well for the Native Americans. Quote number 31. Because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. Quote number 32. I'm not afraid of death, but I'm in no hurry to die. I have so much I wanted to do first. Quote number 33. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life might develop into something we wouldn't want to meet. Quote number 34. I was never top of the class at school, but my classmate must have seen potential in me because my nickname was Einstein. Quote number 35. Obviously, because of my disability, I need assistance, but I have always tried to overcome the limitation of my condition and lead as full a life as possible. I have traveled the world from Antarctica to zero gravity. Quote number 36. We should seek the greatest value of our actions. Quote number 37. Even if it turns out that time travel is impossible, it is important that we understand why it is impossible. Quote number 38. Not only does God play dice, but He sometimes throws them where they cannot be seen. Quote number 39. In less than 100 years, we have found a new way to think of ourselves. From sitting at the center of the universe, we now find ourselves orbiting an average-sized sun, which is just one of millions of stars in our own Milky Way galaxy. Quote number 40. God is the name people give to the reason we are here, but I think that reason is the law of physics rather than someone with whom one can have personal relationship, an impersonal God. Quote number 41. My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it is as it is, and why it exists at all. Quote number 42. I don't have much positive to say about motor neuron disease, but it taught me not to pity myself because others were worse off, and to get on with that, but I still could do. I'm happier now than before I developed the condition. Quote number 43. The doctor who diagnosed me with ALS or motor neuron disease told me that it would kill me in 2 or 3 years. Quote number 44. I'm never any good in the morning. It is only after 4 in the afternoon that I get going. Quote number 45. The universe is not indifferent to our existence. It depends on it. Quote number 46. I can't say that my disability has helped my work, but it has allowed me to concentrate on research without having to lecture or sit on boring committees. Quote number 47. Many people find the universe confusing. It is not. Quote number 48. We think that life develops spontaneously on Earth, so it must be possible for life to develop on suitable planets elsewhere in the universe. But we don't know the probability that a planet develops life. Quote number 49. It is no good getting furious if you get stuck. What I do is keep thinking about the problem, but work on something else. Sometimes it is years before I see the way forward. In the case of information loss and black holes, it was 29 years. Quote number 50. I think those who have a terminal illness and are in a great pain should have the right to choose to end their own life, and those that help them should be free from any prosecution. Quote number 51. I believe in universal health care, and I am not afraid to say so. Quote number 51. What I had really liked to control is not machines, but people. Quote number 52. God may exist, but science can explain the universe without the need for a creator. Quote number 53. I think computer viruses should count as life. I think it says something about human nature that the only form of life we have created so far is purely destructive. We have created life in our own image. Quote number 54. Sometimes I wonder if I am as famous for my wheelchair and disabilities as I am for my discoveries. Quote number 55. There is a real danger that computers will develop intelligence and take over. We urgently need to develop direct connection to the brain so that computers can add to human intelligence rather than be in the opposition. Quote number 56. Some people would claim that things like love, joy, and beauty belongs to a different category from science and can't be described in scientific terms, but I think they can now be explained by the theory of evolution. Quote number 57. My ideal role would be a baddie in a James Bond film. I think the wheelchair and the computer voice would fit the part. Quote number 58. Perhaps one day I will go into space. Quote number 59. I can't disguise myself with a wig and dark glasses. The wheelchair gives me away. Quote number 60. I think the human race doesn't have a future if it doesn't go into space. Quote number 61. It's time to commit to finding the answer to search for life beyond Earth. Mankind has a deep need to explore, to learn, to know. We also happen to be sociable creatures. It is important for us to know if we are alone in the dark. Quote number 62. I think the brain is essentially a computer and consciousness is like a computer program. It will cease to run when computer is turned off. Theoretically, it could be recreated on a neural network, but that would be very difficult as it would require all one's memories. Quote number 63. The whole history of science has been the gradual realization that events do not happen in an arbitrary manner, but that they reflect a certain underlying order which may or may not be divinely inspired. Quote number 64. Science can lift people out of poverty and cure diseases that in turn will reduce civil unrest. Quote number 65. The voice I use is a very old hardware speech synthesizer made in 1986. I keep it because I haven't heard a voice I like better and because I have identified with it. Quote number 66. Theoretical physics is one of the few fields in which being disabled is no handicap. It is all in the mind. Quote number 67. What was God doing before the divine creation? Quote number 68. Many badly needed goals like fusion and cancer cure would be achieved much sooner if we invested more. Quote number 69. When we understand string theory, we will know how the universe began. It wouldn't have much effect on how we live, but it is important to understand where we come from and what we can expect to find as we explore. Quote number 70. If I had a time machine, I had visit Marilyn Monroe in her prime, or drop in on Galileo as he turned his telescope to the heavens. Quote number 71. Before 1915, space and time were thought of as a fixed arena in which events took place, but which was not affected by what happened in it. Space and time are now dynamic quantities. Space and time not only affect but are also affected by everything that happens in the universe. Quote number 72. There is nothing bigger or older than the universe. Quote number 73. It is pity that nobody has found an exploding black hole. If they had, I would have won a Nobel Prize. Quote number 74. I was born on January 8, 1942, exactly 300 years after the death of Galileo. I estimate, however, that about 200,000 other babies were also born that day. I don't know whether any of them was later interested in astronomy. Quote number 75. Science is increasingly answering questions that used to be the province of religion. Quote number 76. No one can resist the idea of a crippled genius. Quote number 77. I don't think the human race will survive the next 1,000 years unless we spread into space. Quote number 78. I think it quite likely that we are the only civilization within several hundred light years, otherwise we would have heard radio waves. Quote number 79. Maybe I don't have the most common kind of motor neuron disease, which usually kills in 2 or 3 years. Quote number 80. If we want to travel into future, we just need to go fast, really fast, and I think the only way we are ever likely to do that is by going into space. The episode ends here, guys, with this beautiful quote. I hope you guys like it. If you do, please like, share and subscribe, and do let me know if you have any suggestions for me. And also I'd like to thank everyone who subscribed my channel and liked my content. Thank you so much. I will meet you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.